All right. Starting a little late. Had some technical difficulties that I had to figure out. Super happy though. Think things are where they need to be. Be working on some. Get my spare pair of glasses here. Put them on top of my head. Um, got some work to do here on Old Reaper. Made a lot of progress so far this week. I want to center it a little bit more. A little bit more. I think I might have buggered up my. I'm gonna double check my settings here because I think I buggered them up when I restarted. Did I bugger them? No, I didn't bugger them. Good, but the exposure is still a little dark. There we go. That's a little bit better. It's a little bit. There's a lot of light on the situation, so to speak, right now. And I need to raise my chair up a smidge. Oh man! Because I moved my move this. So then, can you still see me here? Oh, let's not have you look right at the light. Perfect. Hey, good morning, Val. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We're gonna be a little cramped here while we shoot today. My roller frame is a little bit off kilter. I think that's because I'm missing the one wing nut I still haven't put on this thing. Yeah, just a little smidgen loose because I don't have it totally tightened. Totally tightened. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I was gonna start a little earlier, and then I forgot some of my settings. I put the new picture of Reaper up there, and I forgot how to get it so that it's on the front of the screen so you guys can see it versus. Anyway, some technical difficulties I had to figure out, but I got them all figured out now. Here we are. Hey, Storm, what's up? Hey, Marina, how you doing? Nope, no worries, no worries. All right, so I just got to figure out bag of seeds. You got to go over there. You're gonna go right here-ish. It's gonna be a little off kilter, but hey, Anstis, we're gonna figure this out so we get the best view for the best possible stitching. So everybody settle in here, grabbing your favorite project. Man, I'm making this stitching right here look like the worst. The worst stitching ever is going in right here. I just feel like this is an issue with the floss and my original stitching here. So I'm going to take this out because this just looks hideous. I already did this once and it didn't look good then. It still doesn't look good. So I'm going to stop this. I want to use a new color today. I've been stitching a ton on this thing, as you can tell. A ton. Pull it way over here. Come here. Come here. There we go. So we're going to move on to a different color. So I was stitching a bunch of 648. So now I'm moving down one to 647. But I've used a fair bit. You can see, you know, how much of the skein is already missing. I haven't taken it out and bobbinated it yet, so woo. All right, sounds good, sounds good. Hey Daphne, how you doing? Hey Sheila. Yeah, how did you do? How are you? Let's see here. All right, which pair of glasses should I take off? The red ones are the new ones. Might have to tilt this just a little bit. I think I'm going to have to compromise viewer. Yeah, you can still see it. I just need to be able to stitch a little better. I'm going to lower my chair a bit. Alrighty, got this, we got this. Whee! Alright, let's put this here. And we're going to do this here. So we're working on some more Reaper because I have stitched. This is the bottom of the project. I have rolled this sucker down and gridded, and you can see all the stitching I've been doing. I have been working on this. I worked on this all day Thursday, and I worked on it for about 3 hours yesterday. I'm going to put some more time into it today. And we're just going to go after this thing. Hey Marty, what's up? Good morning. Hoo-wee. Hoo-wee. Oh. Oh wow, I already started off poorly. There we go. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna come back up here. And so try and figure out what I need to do up here, way up here, to get 647 back on the plan here. So I'm going to be focusing on that for a minute while I try and figure out what I'm doing here. That's not it. Wow, there's some stitching in here that I have marked but I have not done. Alright, focus. Oh, I probably can go all the way up here. Yeah, I definitely have some stitches that oh, it's up here. So, nose is running. Okay, so I am actually up here. Must focus. Must focus. Pretty sure that this is, yeah, there we are. Okay, good. All right, just had to figure that out. Not my, hey cars. Not much damage in your town, no flooding, just a few small limbs down at your house. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen anything about Nava Stitcher. I haven't seen anything. I don't know even. I would be surprised if her electricity is out. I'm gonna be moving this thing all over the place. I got my feet on top of the frame underneath. Wow! Stitcher. I'm a little tight for space underneath where I'm stitching here, but you can do it when you're two-handed stitching. I don't know how long I'm going to be focusing on this project, but I figure while I want to work on it, I should work on it as much as I possibly can and get a bunch more done. Hey! Ansys opened an Etsy store. Nice. Selling handmade, one-of-a-kind jewelry made by your mother-in-law. If you'd like to take a look, spread the word. That would be brilliant. At the moment, we're only delivering to the UK. Hopefully it will change once we can sort out postage and import-export duty. Nice. Kelpie's Treasures. What a great name. Let's look. Ooh. I like that purple and silver chainmail bracelet. That is really pretty, dude. I like it. That's some gorgeous stuff right there. Nice. I like it. Very cool. That looks great. Good job, kiddo. Good job. I like the logo too. It's pretty cool. Ooh, where am I? Where's my stream? There's my stream. Nice, Kim. That's awesome. You're working on a firefighter Haid? Nice, Smarty. That's cool. Hey, Phobic Girl. Thank you so much for following and welcome to the stream. Welcome, 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 welcome. Did I? No, I was like, did I just pull my stuff out of there? What are we doing? What are we doing? Wow. Your printer drew the logo. Your partner drew the logo. Nice. I thought you said your printer. I was like, if your printer draws a logo. That is awesome. I like it. Very cool, dude. Very cool. Woo. Yeah, if you guys have like a store or a what do you call it? YouTube. Got something you want to promote? Just throw it up there, man. It's all good. Sweet. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. So it's finally quiet here at the house. They've been doing some repairs on the outside of the house, just old stuff repairs, and it has been loud. I got home from work yesterday, and they were working on the area right behind me on the office, and it was so loud. I just put on some headphones and blasted some stuff, and I stitched on this piece all afternoon, and got a lot of progress done. But today, blessed Sunday, is nice and quiet. Oh, so happy it's nice and quiet. And they'll be back tomorrow, but I think tomorrow they'll be back to paint. So I hope that the loudness will go away. But boy, they really needed to do a lot. There's a lot to work on here. But they've been working hard. And it's going to look awesome when they're done. My stitching quality is just not really good. I think it's the needle. I think the needle is too big. I'm not getting the needle where I want to. And I ended up taking downstairs all the rest of my needles. I'm not sure if this one would work better. I'll try it out in a minute here. Oh, thanks, Phobic. I appreciate that. Yeah, I really like what I'm working on too. It's one of my favorite things to work on. Trying to adjust the chat box here so y'all can see a little bit. What's up, Oilers? Yeah, this is a project for a friend who is crazy about Halloween and who's decorating his place, his house in Texas with, he always does the craziest Halloween stuff. We always used to, when he lived out here, we always used to go to his place for Halloween for a party, for the haunted house, because he'd always have a haunted house. Man, that looks terrible. I'm going to blame this on the needle. I really am. Can't be me. It can't be me. I mean, why would I be so bad at stitching? Other than it's just the early morning. It's not early morning. It's morning. Let's not get dramatic. Uh-oh, I just dropped something. I'm going to change out our needle, though. Oh, this is the bent one, though. I don't like the bent needle. It feels weird. Stitching with bent needles is no fun. I'm sure I have a couple on the floor here. Let's take a look. Aha! There's 1, 4, 5. There's a lot. Hold on. Come here, you. You look like you're one that could be used for this project. Actually, both of you guys do. Dog hair, cat hair, dust. Yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Hey, Sky Fox, what's up? It's early? I've been up since 6, so it's early to be up and talking. That's why I'm only wearing the PJs. What am I talking about? I always wear PJs to stream. I do. PJs and streaming, this kind of fit. This kind of fit. All right. Let's see if I can stitch any better with this. Ah, the blessed silence. Oh my gosh. And even the hubby left. He went to go check on the bees. He'll be gone for the stream. Well, I really do need to find a wing nut and tighten this baby up. So, Sky Fox, I finished I Am Grimalkin, and it was alright. I kind of was more excited about it than it kind of turned out, so I'm sort of happy to be back with the main story now. So I'm on, what book am I on? I just started it this morning. Lure of the Dead. That's a good Halloween book. Yeah, this is already feeling better on this. 18 count is not my favorite to stitch with, but I'm glad I did it on this pattern because it's a nice smaller piece of fabric to work with, and it's just different. Skip Slither. Slither is a precursor to the Starblade Chronicles. Okay, good to know. So the funny thing is that my Scribd audiobook program free thingy, whatever, tells me what book is next in the series. Because when I go and look at, like, say, Goodreads, it's all over the place in terms of the order. So I'm just going by what Scribd says. And to be perfectly honest, so far they have not wrote me wrong, but I'll remember that about Slither. Has nothing to do with the Warstone Chronicles. Great. He was just trying to cross-promote while he was working on it. He was cross-promoting, he was. I need to use a different color highlighter now, but I don't have one with me, so I will still use the blue. And the reason why I said different color highlighter was just because that way I could tell sort of new progress that I'm making, but that's all right. For those newcomers, I am all the way down at the bottom. This is the bottom of Reaper. So I am just going back and filling in all my lovely colors. I am very happy to be filling in. I have done a lot of stitching on this week. And 1,000 stitches on this project is way different than 1,000 stitches on, well, it feels like a 1,000 stitches on, I haven't even stitched on the Iwo Jima piece, the Raising the Flag. Because this is, well, I mean, 1,000 stitches on this thing is like almost a page, but I've definitely done a lot, and I'm very happy to make such progress. And I gridded all the way across the bottom, so if I wanted to do the bottom part, I could totally just do that and then work my way back up. Hey, Winnie, good morning. You made it on time, Val. It's all good. There's really not an on time when it comes to my streams because I roughly try and start them at the same time, but just like today, I didn't quite get started because I had a few technical difficulties. What's everybody working on today? What are we stitching on? What are we doing? What are we working on? What progress are we making today? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Mm-hmm. The I love coffee piece. Nice. I wish I loved coffee. I wish I loved coffee. I guess I could work on that. Like a skill. You can learn to love it. Hometown Hero Fighter by Hade. Nice. I've seen that one. That is awesome. Stitcher and RBG should be able to finish her today. Nice. We looked at that one the other day. That was awesome. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Was yesterday World Mental Health Day, if I could actually say it? I had a good mental health day. I stitched all day. I've stitched all day Thursday. I stitched Friday night. I've stitched like a maniac. If a maniac would cross stitch. Maniacs should cross stitch, then they probably wouldn't be maniacs. I gotta keep up with my highlighting on this piece, because otherwise then I really do lose where I'm at. Gonna order a cat pattern from Etsy that looks like my friend's cat. Nice! Oh, still working on the Monopoly game board, making progress, about to round a corner to the fourth side of the game board. Nice! You're making some serious progress with that one. That's a classic. Working on a mini one. Black lab looking at the window, like 5x7. Cool. No stitching for Sheila. Just finished picking up limbs in the yard so the hubby can mow. Taking a break. Good. Glad you came in and took a break with us. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, so this needle is way better than the other one. That other one is not to be used on this piece again, although I probably will start using it again because I don't mean to. And then I will have to tell myself not to do it anymore. Where am I? See, I get lost all the time. All right, I'm going to go way over here. Stitch. Yeah. Come here. Get in there, little needle. Come on, little needle. You can do it. There we go. World Mental Health Day. You spent a mental health day Friday and sat outside in the peace and quiet of the backyard and stitched all day in the fresh air. That is awesome. We need to do that more and more. It's important. Take a break and recharge. I was having a really stressful week. A lot of things kind of like building up, kind of a lot of pressure. And then came home a little early on Wednesday and relaxed, shot my video, and then stitched that night a bit. And then Thursday, after the stream, I was like, I'm just stitching all day. And I did, and I stitched on this thing all day. And it's funny how much of a difference it makes the next day in my mental attitude. I was like back on it. I was like, all right, I am ready to face whatever. So you can't go at it all the time that hard. You just can't. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, stretchy. Winian says, I have not stitched a lot this week. Been working late, but Raising the Flag is on your hoop. Nice! Also just learned that the new episodes of Jeopardy are back. Nice! Good thing you programmed it to record. So you've been binge watching Jeopardy. Cannot stitch while watching Jeopardy. Ah, I see. I see how you are. Do you compete with the players? That's awesome. I used to do that a long time ago. But now I find there's so much I don't know. I'm just like, okay. Nice. You don't do anything while watching Jeopardy, your favorite show. That's awesome. That's so cool. I saw it wasn't a Far Side cartoon, but it was a Far Side-esque cartoon, and it was Senior Jeopardy, and the categories were like things I forget, places I left my car keys, stuff like that. It was pretty funny. Why did I walk into this room? And it was funny. Alrighty. Where was I? Oh, it's way up here. And down. Alright, I cannot stitch with my leg up, even though I like sort of cross my legs. I can't do it while I stitch with this. I don't even know what I'm singing, but I'm just singing. I'm trying to answer as much as you can. Oh man, $100,000 Pyramid. Oh my god, I loved that show. I love that show. That may be my favorite all-time game show. What you can learn by osmosis. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, cool. So you have to take a Jeopardy test in order to like, that's how you like get in the show? You have to prove your knowledge? I've never looked into it. I have no idea how one gets on a show like that. Yeah, the excitement it builds as the timer runs out, especially when like if the two people playing with each other are friends, it's pretty funny. Or they know each other, it's pretty funny. What is up, Sharon? Good morning. Good morning. Hello, hello. You're up early. Well, not really. This is your normal time. This is your normal time. What am I talking about? How you doing? How much I got done on Reaper this week? I gridded all the way down to the bottom of, this is the bottom of the pattern. And I did all that, plus I filled in some more. And so, just been crazy working on this one. Crazy working. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I did finally get in that fabric. I did finally get in that color for what's it called? The Lincoln Memorial piece. Let's show you guys real quick. So I did, I don't know, maybe a couple hundred stitches, just more blues. And so that's as far as I got there. I want to get back to this one today a little bit, but I need to get on Raising the Flag because I haven't stitched anything on it this week. And so this pattern has pretty much occupied my time as it should. As it should. Hey, Nanette. We were watching Sharon's Floss Tube this morning. Nice. Cool. You don't think you've stitched on anything but Sleepy Hollow this month? Well, this is the month to be stitching on Sleepy Hollow. For sure. Is there going to be any trick-or-treating this year, do you guys think? It's on a Saturday, which is nice. My husband was telling me that in Wisconsin, at least when he was growing up, that it's sort of a state law, I would say, that Halloween is actually, like, trick-or-treating is the Saturday before Halloween. This year it's probably on Halloween, but it's the Saturday before Halloween. And it's a very specific time that the kids can go out and do trick-or-treating. I think probably just for safety purposes, with the cold and whatnot. I think it's a really good idea to sort of limit it. But this year I can't imagine that there would be much trick-or-treating. It'd be funny if there was reverse trick-or-treating, like those of us who want to hand out candy just drive around to the kids' houses that want candy and they stand out there and we just throw the candy at them or something. That might be safer. Who knows? Man. Lion sakes alive. They've canceled it for safety in your area? Yeah. 6 to 8 p.m. on Halloween night. You're afraid to take the Jeopardy test? You might confirm you don't know anything at all. Is it online? I mean, I always like to just quiz myself. Working on the whip, Jumping Cat by Dames of the Needle. Working on the pumpkins now. Nice. Val says, our town isn't too big on door-to-door trick-or-treat. Our park and rec hosts a trunk or treat. We go to the park and decorate the trunks of our cars, and the kids treat. Oh, that's awesome! That's a really great idea. That way, if you want to participate, you can, and if you don't, you don't. Jeopardy test is now online. You're going to put baggies of treats on a table on your front lawn. Allergy day? Yeah, right, Skyfox? Oh, wow. Flippin' smoke. Um, it's a great idea about trunk. Way back when I first moved into this place, this house, there were so many kids that lived in the neighborhood, and I tried it one year where I was like, all right, I'm gonna hand out candy. It's gonna be awesome. And I think I had to get up like I can't even tell. It was like nonstop getting up, and I ran out of candy within a couple of hours. There were so many kids, and then I had to turn my light out, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. And so in subsequent years, I kind of haven't done it. Um, and part of it's the dogs. You know, the dogs go nuts whenever anybody knocks on the door and whatnot. So I just try to be safe with the dogs. And my husband tried to do Halloween last year, and so he was all excited about it. And then like nobody came because all the kids have grown up, and there's no like little kids in our neighborhood anymore. He was very disappointed. I wasn't. I got a lot of candy to eat afterwards. I had candy for weeks. Hey, good job. Kids go to the rec center for trick or treat. That's a really good idea. That's safety. Parents drive kids to your neighborhood. If you've got a like the our neighborhood's got like there's a really nice long street that curves around, so it would be a really great place to like drop your kids off, have them go all the way down and come back. And I think that's what they used to do, but everybody's kind of gotten out of that, which I'm okay with. It wasn't a thing in the UK when you were growing up. Do they not really do? I mean, do they? Is Halloween just not a thing in UK or in Europe in general? Or if it is, not necessarily candy related, but more dressing up, party related. Ah, so close to losing the floss. Somebody's having a dream downstairs. There's a very specific type of woo 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 that happens when, like, especially, that's a terrible stitch. Come here. Come here. Okay, that's better. Of course, now I've lost it. All right, I'll just start over. Halloween isn't canceled, but you kind of wish it was. Yeah, right? You get a toothbrush? What's this about? Yeah. Dentists. Dentists. I mean, if you're going to do that, I mean, come on. Don't be a spoiler. Don't be a Scrooge on Halloween. Scrooge. In the UK, it depends really. Trick-or-treating has certainly become more of a thing in the last, say, 10 years, but it's still mainly dressing up in parties there. I got you. I got you. Well, Halloween is big because it's just commercialized so much. I mean, everything is bigger here because of the way it's all commercialized. So, ah, there was a woman on our street who would give out candy, but if you were a kid from the street, she would have home baked gingerbread cookies for you. Oh, that's nice. We like the giant bowl of candy outside idea, but we have voles, so we won't be doing anything this year. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. Ghost scavenger hunt. You put ghosts in your window and people will drive by counting ghosts from their cars. Oh, that's cool. Tried the giant bowl of candy outside one year, and the first kid who came by took all of it, so I stopped doing it. Yeah, but I've also seen kids where they're very good and they take one, and so it depends on your kid, right? Oh well. One bad egg. I can't even talk. One bad egg. Bag egg. Growing up, we went to church for All Hallows Eve, as my grandpa was very high church and did All Hallows and All Saints Day. Ah, that's interesting. You're gonna put 10 or so bags out, then replenish between groups. That's cool, Bill. Go get a shower. Let's all have so much fun without Sharon. Everybody, fun. Have fun. Here's fun. Here's some fun. COVID is going up again here, so I thought it was brilliant. Yeah. We still haven't had very much. We're lucky that in that way. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. I'm not much of a holiday person. We didn't really do holidays when I was a kid. Or I should say it was holidays, but it was really just the family. And so, but now the family doesn't really get together so much. We're all really spread out. Right now we can't travel. So we got to be safe. All right, I'm just trying to figure out what I've stitched here. I gotta highlight to make sure I know what I've stitched. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's what I've stitched. Dun, dun, dun. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Hey, Britt, what's up? Nice. Welcome. You made it. Hooray. How you doing? You just kind of chilling? You gonna chill and just hang out with us on the stream? Chilling on the stream. That one needs to be filled in. Come here, you. Oh, I'm going to be grabbing that other side of that floss. I will end up tucking it in, I'm sure. I'm going to cut it way short and tuck it in where I can. Maybe since I'm over here, I'll just go ahead and try to tuck stuff in here. Oh wow, there's more people in the hospital now because of COVID than before. Yeah, letting down the guard, thinking it's not there. Yeah. I'm just happy I got my flu shot in, and by now I should have some protection. I just hope that I don't. I mean, we're all going to get it at some point, but I hope that because I've got the flu shot that I don't get that double whammy. But I always get the flu. Well, I shouldn't say always get the flu. I've gotten the flu the last 2 years with high fevers and but we're not going anywhere doing anything, so just counting the days to 2021, you know? There we go. You live in Oklahoma, most are acting like it's over there. I work in the school system. Parents are signing petitions for kids to come back full time. Yeah. 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 There we go. Come on. Ow! Just poked myself. All right. You go away. Trim, trim, trim. Trim. Trim, 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 trim. And back. Nice. Oh. Ah, I see what I've done there. I see what I've done there. There we go. Okay. Wee. Wee. Nice. They said asymptomatic numbers are atrocious. Yeah. We're not testing. We're not testing here. What was it, New York? We were watching a video the other day, one of our favorite YouTubers, and they were talking about how in New York City they tell them to get tested every 2 weeks, especially if they're going to like spend the day in the city. Like, get tested, hang out, wait for half an hour while we get your test results. We don't have anything like that in Colorado. And so haven't been tested yet. Don't know. Hopefully some of these newfangled tests, the saliva test, is accurate, and we'll get something rolling out here by the end of the year. Banned! And so, I wish. Yeah, Val, I've heard the same thing. It's science, the knowledge of the science, the inability to believe medicine, the fact tellers, science people is sad. It's just sad. You had a rep in surgery that tested positive. That was a bit stressful. I bet you did. Yeah. She had a video of the move in and everything was like, what am I doing here? I'm going to be alone for an entire semester because they put one student to a dorm and we don't have in-person classes. Yeah, that seems crazy. Ooh, hey, CS. Aria, I don't know how to pronounce your name. How about I just call you CS? Yeah, I'm very happy about this one. Oh, okay. No, 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 no. That's cool. Hello, Sarah. Hello, hello. No, no, no. No worries. You're not related in any way to the folks that did this, are you? Stitcheroonie. Hey, Vigis. What's up? Kinda? Well, welcome, welcome. I have wanted to finish this piece for forever. I've just been dragging my little stitchy hands. I can't say dragging my feet because I don't use my feet to stitch. And so if I did use my feet to stitch, man, I get twice as much progress done, I'm sure. But yeah, I gotta get this one done, man. Gotta get this one done. Of course, I'm always running out of, like, forgetting where I'm at. I think I've mis-highlighted. Pretty confident that I have. Over-highlighted. My highlighter was a little too crazy. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Thank you. Oh, that is awesome. Right there. That's you. That's awesome. So, oh, I'm a convert too, but this is an older, it's an older pattern. I don't have the PDF of it. I only had the paper version, and I haven't scanned it in or anything because it's all over the place. Could you possibly get me this version? I know that there's a lot of different versions of this one. It would go a lot faster if I had it, since I'm talking to the bigwig here, and so. Awesome. Can I just go right to the page and I'll find your email. And so that's awesome. I appreciate it. And yeah, I just want to make sure that it's the same. You guys have helped me out before. I had to actually reach out to you to get a color chart, a color grid, because for whatever reason I lost my color grid, and so I had you guys were trying to help me figure out which color grid it was, and so in the end I made a file of it that I always keep now on my phone. I took a screenshot of my colors. But you guys were awesome in sending this to me. So thank you so much. You guys do good customer service. You do great customer service. Well, thank you. Thanks for coming in. That's awesome. Appreciate that. Wrong glasses. I want these glasses. I just got a bunch of new glasses in because it's funny. I ordered new glasses because I can never find my stitchy glasses. And then as soon as my new glasses came in, like all my old pairs of glasses came out of the woodwork. I have like 4 pairs now that aren't new, that are just suddenly here. It's funny how that works out. Blame Helen. Always love to see the stitching being done. Well, you probably haven't been in here to know, but this is a piece that I I have a friend of mine, a good friend who used to live pretty close, and him and his family would do this big haunted house every year. I mean, they went all out in their front yard and in their house, and then we'd all go over on Halloween night and have a big party over there. And so they've now moved to Texas, but I wanted to do this piece for him because I figured it'd be one of those things that he could put up during Halloween that he would really like. So that's why I started this piece, and I just haven't been consistent with using it. But since I put it on the roller frame, it's been flying now. Oh, that's cool. Oh, hey, thank you, Vigis. Thank you. It's your fault. Thank you. So you're Helen? Well, thanks, guys, for coming in. I appreciate that. So in case you guys aren't aware of what's going on, the people who actually made this pattern is basically they're here in chat. So this is awesome. This is an honor. Thank you guys so much. I'm like all psyched now. Now I'm definitely stitching this the rest of the day because I got to get stuff going. That's so funny you guys are on Twitch. Now I feel like I got to stitch it well. I got to stitch it well. Sweet. No pressure. Yeah. That's awesome. You're doing it wrong. Doesn't go there. Well, I'm excited to get a Pattern Keeper version of it. So while I have you here, let me ask you a question because I also talk with Ronnie Rowe quite a bit. And he has told me about concerns that people have had with digital file patterns. Because I actually started my own Etsy store. It's Stitching Jewels Design on Etsy. And I find that I sell so many more digital patterns than I do physical patterns because of things like Pattern Keeper. It's such a massive leap forward in cross stitching, I think. But the worry was that there would be copyright infringements and things like that. And I'm like, well, I think you can get copyright infringements no matter what you do. If somebody wants to steal a pattern, they can easily just take a physical one and make copies and sell that. I guess I'm not worried. I'm trying not to I mean, I'm not worried at all, to be perfectly honest with you. If it happens, it happens. But I just wondered what another designer thought. Do, 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 do. Hey, Oilers, did you see how the Blues stole, I forgot his name, Torrey Krug away from Boston? Woo! That was such a great move. I'm very happy about that. Yeah. All your charts still go out with buyer information on them. That doesn't stop them from being PK compatible. I have minor worries, sure, but the majority of stitchers are honest people. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. I mean, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen, and you can't worry about that. I feel like it's a digital revolution in a way. The thing that I feel bad about is with the stores, we still need our stores, and they can still sell patterns there, but I mean, if it wasn't for the online community buying patterns and needing fabric and floss and stuff, I think the poor cross stitching stores might have all gone out of business. I mean, I know some of them have, but we kind of have to roll with the times. Yeah, so many goaltenders switching teams. I know, it's crazy. Is Fleury still with Vegas, or did he go someplace else now? That's the one thing I've been looking for, and I can't believe that King Henrik moved to DC, can play with the Capitals. Good for him, but that's crazy. All right, did I get it done? Did I get it done? There we go. Haven't heard anything. Gotcha. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm going to be stitching on this baby all the rest of the day. Oh, I just did that wrong. No. Stitching out of order. A rebel. I'm a rebel daddy. I saw that Gary Larson from The Far Side is just they announced that he's going to have he's going to have a 2021 desk calendar, and that is one I'm going to get. I'm going to get that one. I used to get those all the time when he would print those out when I was a kid. Whenever he printed a new one, I'd always get it because man, I love me some Far Side. Holtby is in Vancouver. I know, it's crazy. Alrighty, hold on there. Pause a second here. I'm gonna stitch over here. And I'm gonna move over here. And I'm gonna move down here. Can I reach? I'm gonna go all the way back up here and stitch. Yeah, boy, I tell you what, I had delusions of grandeur with my stitching. I was like, oh yeah, I already stitched that. No, I didn't. No, I did not. No, I did not. Okay, we're just going to start sort of in the middle. No, we're not. I ran out of floss. Oh, man. Where'd it go? Oh, it's over here. Oh, got aggressive. Got a little aggressive. Beep. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Beep, boop, beep, boop. There's that. Back over we go. I'm so glad I got this thing. I mean, it is pricey, but I'm so glad I got it. Because I think in the end, it'll really save, it's already saved me a lot of time. And I think it'll save my neck and my wrists. So, oh man, used to work in a research lab, lots of Far Side cartoons taped on lab doors, good science humor. Oh, there's good vet humor there too. It's absolutely fantastic. I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna not even try for it. We're not even gonna go for it. We're just gonna start over with a new thing of floss. So we can start a new section here. So I joined, like, I hadn't looked at it in a long time, so I joined a bunch of Far Side groups on Facebook. And so what I've been doing is just every day I've tried to find a new I've tried to find a new Far Side on Facebook that I post to everybody. Feel like we just need some humor right now. You got a kitten? X-Ray got a kitten? That's awesome. He'll play with Kim's kitten. What is his name? Baby kittens are so much fun. Edison, all black with amber eyes. Nice. That's a great name. Thursday is my day that I'm going down to the rescue to go look at dogs that theoretically I will not bring home. Just going to look. Just window shopping. It's not like we don't have 5 already, but you know, if there's somebody there that I think would mesh well with the fam. Guys, there's a dachshund there. There was an old dachshund that was there, but apparently it was having issues with dogs are bigger than it. It was a little fear aggressive with them, so I'm like, I'm not bringing him home. But there's another little boy, about 9, I think, who he's a cutie patootie. Probably won't be there by the time I go down there. But I think I'm going to go down and check out their operation because Hubs and I have decided that, you know, what we want to do is just basically in the future just only adopt animals that have issues, may be difficult to adopt to just regular folks. You know, we've got a ton of patience. Eventually, we're going to have a much bigger yard, and then we can bring more in. Have fun just looking. Oh, you got a new leopard gecko. Your last one died. I'm sorry to hear that. That stinks. But these, you can actually, if you want to go look at the pictures, it's National Mill Dog Rescue. And they literally go out and sort of rescue dogs from breeders in the Midwest who have puppy mills. And so we, hold on. Hold on. So a lot of times they have, like, they're not socialized, they're not house trained, they may be somewhat fearful of people, you know, they probably haven't been touched very much, and I hear all that and I'm just like, yeah, that sounds great. So our last big reclamation project was Jelly Belly, and she really benefits from being in the house with all the other dogs, and she's absolutely she just loves me, and so, which is great. But when I'm not around, she has her sisters and she can lean on them, and she likes that. So, you know, as long as we didn't bring anybody in that caused more problems, I don't think it'd be a big deal. But I'm just gonna go look. Yeah, just gonna go look. I think I did that wrong. See, it's what happens when I start talking. Yeah. No, it's not. It's what happens when I don't pay attention. I'm not paying attention. Can I get this one out too? Perfection. Brilliant. But we kind of want a little lap dog. I'd love to have a little guy up here. Put a little bed. I've got space. And if he just wants to just lay there and just be near somebody, the cat won't bother him, sort of. So, you know, We'll see. We'll see. But I can't help it. I'm like, when I was a little kid, I just loved dogs so much. And I was restricted. I was really restricted in like being able to see dogs just because of our living situation and my parents' view towards it. And so now that I'm older and I see dogs all the time, I still like, I walk into a room where there's a dog and I'm like, ah, puppy! And just that, I just love them. More people have been adopted during COVID. Yeah, absolutely. Ah, hello, Sarah. Worked out how to update your username. Nice. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, Sharon. Good luck with just looking. Reason why you don't frequent shelters. It's hard to even look at rescue websites. Yeah, it is. It is. It's I got used to it though, because I'm like, there's a very specific kind of dog that I look for now. And so we'll see how that goes. How it goes. Sarah, I'm super excited. I'm super excited to get this in PDF. You didn't have animals growing up, now you want all the animals? Exactly. Sure, we all say that. Update. The turtle is doing great. Yay! He's moved into your studio for the winter. She's gained 10 pounds? Nice. Oh, nice. That's awesome. I love that you do like turtle rescue and rehab. That is awesome. Well, come here, you. Don't get all tangled up. Turtle rescue. Turtle rescue. Turtle rescue. Actually, since we're talking about it, let's just take a look. There's a reason we ended up in the careers we did. Yeah, right? Yeah. I'm just lucky I was able to do what I wanted to do. Not everybody gets to. Um, Hold on, let me show you guys. All right, let's see. Okay, so we have here a lot of cute little dogs. So we're looking at something small. Like we want something really small. I want something old. So like Billy Joe here, 9 years old Pekingese would be in the potential realm. There's Billy Joe and Bobby Joe. I'm thinking that they came from the same place. Got Butch. Oh, he's cute. Dante, 6 years. We need some old ones. Some old 7-year-old pug, flashy. That could work. 8 years, 8 years, 11 months, 9 months old Layla. Oh, look at she's so cute. She's just like kind of a mess, which means that she likes to be held. She's so cute. Let's look at her closer. Look at that face. Looks like her jaw's all messed up. Or she's missing some teeth. Looks like she's probably missing her lower left canine there. And she looks like she has dry eye. Her eyes are kind of matted, very, very dark. Makes me think that she probably doesn't see very well. Behavioral challenges. Okay. Challenge accepted. Wait, how do I get back? There we go. Mojo is 11 and a half. Nymeria. See, we don't really want a big dog. There's Noodle. That's Noodle. That's what I was talking about. Almost 9. He looks a little nervous. PDQ is another pug. Fandango. Sadie's 9 years. They've got a greyhound. That's pretty cool. Remy. Timber! 8-year Chihuahua pug, miss. A chug. So yeah, so if I had to pick three, because I think you can only see three, I would pick um, I would pick Layla, and I would pick Noodle for sure, and maybe Sadie. I don't know what's going on with Timmy. Timmy's been there for a little bit. Anyway, from what I understand, because I've had other people I know go to the rescue, like a lot of times when you show up, it's like these dogs don't walk right. Their legs are all messed up because they've been in cages their whole lives. So we'll see. Fandango. Yeah. Teenage. Wait. Rolling up here. Rolling up. Turtle rescue. Keep hearing about these storms. Yeah, I know, dude. I know. You know, the thing is that from what I understand from people who live up there is that the as unfortunately the fire's been going on for so long, but there's so much that needs to be burned up and started anew. Unfortunately, in up there, the beetle infestation killed so many trees that they need to get rid of them, and this is the primarily the best way to do it right now. Nice, Belle. There you go. Skies just opened up, poor hubby. Ooh, can we have some of that rain? We would like some. We're like in a serious extended drought. Um, like most of Colorado is heavy drought right now. It crazy. Oh, oh, you liked Butch? I miss Butch. No, I didn't miss him, but all right, let's go back. Well, let me look at it this way. Butch. I'm not sure about the butchers. I would shave that face and those ears personally. That's just me, but anyway, I'm just really excited to go down to see the operation. So I'm gonna stream on Thursday, and I think my appointment's at noon. I'll have to double check that. But I'll probably take off shortly after the stream and go down and see him. But it's gonna be one of those. It's like, all right, who can't get adopted and why? I mean, I would take the Greyhound too, to be perfectly honest with you. Because Greyhounds, for the most part, most of them just kind of lay around. They're pretty lazy. They're very laid back dogs. And so, problem is we only have one couch right now. So, we'd have to get another couch. Or get somebody so small. We probably really need another dog bed, is what we need. They've done a good job with not tearing up the dog bed. Zuzu has, I hope, reached that phase where she no longer feels like she needs to destroy the dog bed. And now I'm completely lost as to what I was doing. Hubby is probably hoping that I don't see somebody when I'm there. But he knows how I am. And he would never say no. He just stresses the importance of not upsetting the apple cart right now. But the goal is to move. I don't know if we can move next spring, but we're going to hope to move next spring. We'll see. Just someplace with more land, more room for everybody to run around. You like an Irish Wolfhound? Most beautiful dogs. I have a client that has 2 Irish Wolfhounds. They are pretty incredible. They have nothing but health problems. And so let me just, it could just be these 2, but they're in all the time. I don't know how many tens of thousands of dollars these people have spent on these dogs, but it's a lot. And they can afford it, but it's a lot. But they are awesome dogs. They are really, really cool. They bought a brother-sister pair. Greyhounds. Ha, it's funny. 50-mile-per-hour couch potatoes, 40-mile-per-hour couch potatoes. That's funny. My husband has always wanted a greyhound. So he thinks they're cool. I think he might have been around one for a while when he was younger. He grew up with a Doberman. Oh, Irish Wolfhound at the Ren Fair years ago. He was regular, much loved. Yeah, that would be a great dog for the Ren Fair. Ow, poked myself. Sharon, I still probably have a half an hour in me before I would stop. So you got time to get prepared if you're streaming. I'm guessing you're streaming because you went up and at 'em today. I gotta go back and stitch this one part that I just walked away from. Nope, wrong one. Up here. That would make sense. That makes more sense as to why. As to why. There we go. Nice. Yeah, you have totally have time for brekkie. I got on a little later than I wanted to. So I like to do just about 2 hours if I can. I finally remembered to upload a Stitch With Me video. Like, when I think Stitch With Me now, I only think about Twitch, so I forget to post it on YouTube. And I like went 2 weeks without posting one of them. The first week I just simply forgot to put one up. The second week I had one uploaded and ready to roll and just forgot to actually post it. So finally remembered to post it yesterday, which was good. Says the birds. The birds have been quiet. Thank goodness. I thought they were going to have a heart attack yesterday when the work crew was here working on the house, and they were pounding on the walls on the other side. And the birds were like looking around, like shaking and looking around. And I moved them away from the wall a little bit, as much as I could. I was like, yeah, if they're ever going to have a heart attack and die, it's probably going to be today. But nope, they survived. They did just fine. But they've been super quiet this morning, which I appreciate so far. They've been super quiet so far, which I appreciate. Not that my appreciation has only gone so far. But that's true too. They're enjoying the silence. Yeah. Your parents have a rescue greyhound. She sleeps in the weirdest position. That's cool, Sarah. Yeah. You should. I mean, our dogs are absolutely ridiculous, sort of the way that they contort themselves. Well, shoot, Jelly last night. Jelly has really bad knees, and her hips aren't great either. But last night, I actually caught her on the couch, and she was literally like bent in half at the hips, and her back legs were straight, and she had curled her front feet around one of her back legs and was using it as a pillow. I did not get a picture of it, but it was unbelievable. So, but she is my little girl who is just our little success story from Greece, our little rescue. I can tell it again. There's probably people here that haven't heard this story. So she was born in a kennel in the country of Greece, and many years ago, over probably about 12 years ago, her mother was brought in pregnant, and then gave birth, and Jelly was the only pup who survived, and she lived in that kennel for 5 or 6 years. Never saw the outside world. Never did anything. Um, Her mother died while she was there. I don't know why, but she did. But they could just never adopt her because she was so scared. She shook. She was scared of everything. She constantly shook. And so one of my clients actually who independently travels the world, and whenever she goes someplace, she always goes to like the local rescue. And uh, was she's brought animals home from like Singapore before. Is crazy, but she was in Greece, and so she worked at this shelter for a little while, and she fell in love with this dog who was just scared of everything. She shipped her all the way back to the States, um, and then she brought her home, and the dog still was just, it was a good dog, and would go and go to different people in the house and want love and everything, and but just never that comfortable. And then the woman basically decided that there's a lot of issues with stray animals in Greece, especially the dog population, and so she wanted to actually move back and work with it full time. And but she was scared of taking Jelly back again. Jelly's name was Gina at that time, and so she was scared of taking Gina back with her. And Gina had also just torn her ACL, and so she brought her into me, and I was like, I'll take her, you know, sure, why not? And so I'm like, I'll take her. She needs help, and it was actually, I mean, it was a total spur of the moment decision because Jelly was the scariest little thing ever. But I worked a lot with her when she first came home, and she bonded very quickly with um, my oldest or my Mama Bailey, and Mama Bailey basically kind of just told her it was, everything was going to be okay. I believe, kind of making sure she was okay, and letting her sort of cuddle with her when she needed to. And over time, basically, and I changed Gina's name to Jelly because Gina comes out harsh on the tongue. Gina. And so, but Jelly, Jelly Belly, Belly Girl, Belly Baby, I mean, you name it. And she has her own song now. And it just fit. And so, and she wags her tail now, and she's happy, and she still goes through her shaking periods, but when she does, she goes over and sits on top of Zuzu or Bailey, and then she feels better. So it worked out well for her in our house. So, hey, Constance, what's up? You been lurking? Well, I'm glad you made it. Um, so, oh, you're bringing in the hate for today, Sharon. Nice. Um, but yeah, so Jel's been doing great. I wish I could bring her upstairs, but she absolutely tried going after the cat a couple times. So, excuse me, allergies. 100 stitches. Mwahaha. Um, but so anyway, so yeah, so you know, we have a very chill household, and every dog that's here and every person has their own issues. So we just work with everybody as much as we can and give them love and let them kind of just be dogs and do what they want. And it's worked out pretty well so far. So we'd be okay with bringing in another one. But Jelly was definitely our. She's been with us now for I think 3 years, and I'd be willing to bet that's the happiest 3 years she's ever had. She wags her tail up and down. She has like her tail is so kinked and was broken or I don't know what, but it's like it's curved and coiled in such a way that when she wags it, it's the stub and it wags up and down, not side to side like dog tails do. It goes up and down. And it's pretty funny. But she's a good girl. She loves her hugs. I love to hug her. And I should say this. I make her love her hugs. You will love your hugs. I shall hug you and squeeze you and tell you you're mine forever. But that's how we treat rescues in our house. And she's pretty bad with house training. Pretty bad. But that's why we're going to get hardwood floors here. Fix them up some. Dink, dink, dink. Neat, neat, neat. Wee. This is a little off kilter. It was on kilter, now it's off kilter. What's a kilter? Ha! Your Staffy does a round and round tail wag, looks like Muttley from Wacky Races. Nice. Corporeal hugging. That's right. Noise. Wah, wah. Wah, wah. There's that. Should take some. Skyfox is not kidding about the allergies today. We actually slept with the window open last night. There were some strange fumes with the house because of the work being done. So we felt it was safer to keep a window open. So we probably ingest a lot of smoke overnight. There we go. Making progress, making progress. Stitching. So that's what I was kind of, I wish I'd had a stitch count for the last like 4 days so I could see how many stitches I got done. I just know it's a lot. Oh, and I worked on Rainy Waterloo last night too, and I think it's downstairs, so I can't show you, but I probably did about 300 stitches in it last night. This is a lot of stitching lately, which is great. I kind of put a pause on the designing for right now. I have enough patterns to tide me over for a little bit and also stitch for a little bit, but I'll get the bug and I'll probably throw out another half dozen patterns at some point. I've been just tracking down photos and looking for images that I think would make good cross stitch. And I have enough patterns. What is this strange language concept? I know, it's like, I can't believe I just said that to myself. Well, my problem is now that I'm doing patterns, I keep like, I gotta stitch patterns. I know, patterns, that's crazy talk. We don't know what. Oh, I've slowed down a lot. I got so many to do. So many to do. Assistant Constance says, I'm still fairly new to cross stitch, only been doing this for a year. Was wondering how long a project can be left in a frame or a Q-snap. Honestly, as long as you want to. I'm not even kidding you about that. It's, well, shoot. I mean, I bet you Old World Map's been sitting in that same hoop for I don't know how many months now. And once you go back and you work with it, it'll eventually work its way out. I mean, once you, when you're done with it and you wash it and you iron it, it'll go flat. It's as long as you have decent fabric. Let's say that. If your fabric looks like it's easy to fray or wants to tear, then that's going to be an issue. But for most fabric, that won't be a concern. So yeah, X-Ray leaves her stitches, her projects in the Q-snap the whole time. Oh, that's cool, X-Ray. You got the Wizard of Oz pattern. So excited to start it. Zuzu. Oh my gosh! By the way, we found it was a Far Side-esque cartoon, and it was like this guy who is a great collector of flowers. I don't even know what you call that. And so these rare flower collection that he had, this and this and that. He was showing somebody, you know, and he goes, and my greatest treasure, my most valued asset, behold, Zuzu's petals. And it was like all the little pieces of petals from Zuzu's petals from It's a Wonderful Life. And I was like, that's awesome. Because the Zuzu downstairs is named after Zuzu from that movie. The same Zuzu we met a few years ago here in Denver, and who was so beautiful and so lovely to talk to. She was awesome to talk to. Yeah, what is this craziness about patterns? I gotta tell you though, it's gonna be a sad end of year review in terms of like what I've gotten done, what I want to do. I mean, there's so many more patterns that I want to do than I've gotten done added in the year, but that's okay. It'll be a different kind of thing. I think I am like not even realizing that I'm at the bottom of this pattern. I got a needle minder around here somewhere, and I need it. I need to track it back down so that I can put it. Well, sometimes I use just one of these like bag clips, which I know is funny. Nah, I'll do it right here. And it works. Oh, I've not been highlighting. Must highlight. Hey, Sarah, are you going to, oh, I know they haven't really figured it out, but are you going to National Market? Are you thinking about going to National Market? They, Ronnie's been telling me that they're really trying to figure out what they're going to, I don't think they should have a National Market unless they move it to the fall. You're talking with all the different people coming from around the country. Should be a virtual market. I hear Jelly walking around. She's got the longest nails. She's got the longest quicks. But I do need to work on those nails. You tried a virtual market one year and had absolutely no interest. I have an inkling that stitchers don't tend to go to those markets for full coverage pieces. Yeah. As you're in Scotland, virtual is pretty much the only way you can go. Oh, I didn't know you were in Scotland. That's awesome. We have a lot of folks from that side of the pond that pop in here. Did I say corporal hugging? It's corporal. Or is it corporal hugging? I don't remember now what I said. Um, hmm, hmm, hmm. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. I don't know why that song got so bad. Grumble, grumble. Rabble rouser. Rabble rouser. Go. Okay, we're losing track of our 647 over here. And right here. Ooh, noses are running. My nose is running. Ah, cool. All right, Green Witch. Oh, I gotta do an OBS update, Sharon. I don't think it'll take too long. You'll be okay. Yeah, Sky Fox. All right, so Green Witch. Hey Sid. Oh yeah, hey Sid. I see that you are stitching on a scroll frame with two hands. Are you also using a stand today? Yes. Last week you were using an embroidery hoop for your work. I assume that using two hands allowed you to progress faster on project. Yes. I'm having a hard time figuring out the two-handed stitching. Can you please recommend the best way to accomplish this? Absolutely. So I had to work at it because I was always a one-handed stitcher. But if you can see, here, there we go. All right, let's do this. So I'm right-handed, so I'm using my left hand on top and my right hand on bottom, where I just literally just pull the needle out. So the basic of the two-handed stitch for me. Now you use whatever works for you, but I I basically just sort of set my hand, my arm, so that I know roughly where I need to be, and I just stitch like I normally would. But I go up with the needle here, take it with my left hand, and then go back down through my next hole, and I just keep. If you don't have to hold the hoop or the stand or the frame or whatever with your one hand, then you don't have to you don't have to worry about it. It's practice. It is literally practice. It was hard for me to get going. The first time I tried it, I was like, no, I don't like it. It's not for me. But I did it more and more because everybody's like, no, it's great. And they were right. It is great. So I don't, all I do is just rest my hands. And so, then it's just so much easier. But what you want to know is you want to know how to start and end stuff. So and there's a lot of different ways to do it, and YouTube has about 30 different methods, I think, for someone to do it. The way that I like to do it, well, you see how I have my strand through here, so I don't actually like tuck my threads in when I finish them in this regard. I will come back to them, flip the project over at some point, rethread the needle through that floss, and then tuck them in that way. I just keep them out of the way for now. There are many ways that you can work with it that you don't have to do that. Again, I encourage you, there's a lot of different people with a lot of different methods on YouTube. But I do the, is it the pin stitch? The pin stitch to get started, which I can show you. But I love two-handed stitching. This is a roller frame. And you can do it with any frame with a stand. But this is my preferred method. The reason why I'm still using hoops on other projects is because I just don't have the equipment to stitch different projects on here. And I don't want to take this off of the frame over and over again. How cold is it? How cold is it? 71 degrees Fahrenheit? Yeah, it's about that. It's not that cold. It's going to get colder later in the week, but it's been just nice as of late. Practice for sure. Yes, practice, practice, practice. Once you get used to it, I think you'll discover how much you really like it. I mean, I've gotten a lot done with this. I'll tell you what, so I've got a certain amount of fat. I can feel I have a certain amount of floss left. It's, I don't know if you can see that. I'll do it this for you. Like my PJ pants. So I got about this much floss, which is a little long. If I was going to finish it off, I'd go ahead and tuck it underneath. But what I'm actually going to do, because I want to show you what I do, is I just go way away from where I'm stitching and just go up and through and just pull it out there and leave it. I'll flip the thing over and tuck them in a little bit here. What I do with my floss is this technique is going to require you to use one ply of floss. So I get one that is about, I don't know, 18 inches or so. A lot of people will use a lot longer. It just depends on what you're used to. And the reason why I don't use longer ones is because it's harder for me to handle. So, so what I do is I do pull it back though and bring both ends together to thread the needle. So I leave a loop. This is the loop method. That's what it's called. To thread this. So I thread it, and this is my favorite part of two-handed stitching. All right, I'm going to do it here. So I'm going to go, so I still will start with because I like to use my right hand to push needles through, so I'll still start with the bottom left, and then I'll move my hands underneath. Pull it through almost all the way. I don't want to pull it through all the way, but I want to pull it through till I can grab the little loopy end, go up like you normally would to the upper right. I'll pull it through, and then I just go through the loop. Doesn't matter which way, just go through the loop on the end, and then pull it taut. You don't have to pull it very tight. And again, I still keep my right hand on top because that's just what I do. And then what I do is I go back down through the bottom left hole, and then I pull it gently through, and I just snug it up a smidge, and it pulls that little knot, that tiny little knot that you made, it pulls it back down through. And then you're just right off starting to stitch, and everything is secured. It's pretty slick. Pretty slick. Scroll frame. No, I don't. I don't use I would love to get a frame for each one of my projects, but for one, some of my projects are too big for these kinds of frames, and two, there's a shortage right now of getting these pieces. I wish I could. I would definitely be very happy if I could, and I have some in order, but they just haven't been able to come in yet because of that. Thanks for following, Sarah. Oh, yeah, thanks for following. Thank you so much. I'm like, what was I doing? Here we go. So then, yeah, and just keep on stitching. And I guess part of using smaller pieces of floss for me is I don't have to like pull way away from what I'm doing. And that means I have to, like, change put new floss in, put new floss on the needle more frequently, but I don't mind that so much. If it's easier for me to stitch this way, then that works. Now, the only other thing is you got to give yourself a little bit of room underneath for your right hand. And usually when I stitch with this particular project, I stitch with an angle more up so that it's a bit more easy for me to reach underneath and to stitch. And so, but you do what's best for you. There we go. Oh. So yeah, so roller frame, everything's roller frame. And if you just Google roller frame, you'll find a variety of different stores. And I have no clue as to who has it in stock right now. I got this roller frame from a stitching shop here in Denver. And I still need to put in one more. It's loose because I need a wing nut. I need a wingman and a wing nut to tighten it up. There's a piece on the bottom that's missing a wing nut, and that's why this thing moves more than it should. But I bought everything through them except for these little side tensioners, which I bought off of Etsy. I don't know if they sell these or not, but I just saw them on Etsy and decided to get them. I've absolutely done this wrong. I can see how this one's incorrect, sort of. But that's okay. It's still holding the fabric tight. I gotta have tight fabric. Love me some tight fabric. Only when stitching. Let's all win the lotto and buy frames. If I win the lotto, I'm buying everybody a frame. Moreover, I'm going to move the man who makes the roller frames here to Colorado, and I'm going to have him teach my husband how to help him in making more frames. That's what I would do. Be like, come on, man. You need help. I know you need help. And my husband would be more than happy to help because he likes this whole idea, but it's a lot of work because all these pieces are like perfectly sanded and the edges are sanded. It's really, really nice wood too. Drum tight. Yeah, I have a funny video of me setting it up on YouTube. Sarah says it's 55 degrees in Scotland, Chile. Well, that'd be lovely. We have heating on. I love two-handed stitching. There's a definite knack to it. Once you get used to it, it speeds you up. Yeah. It takes practice, but it does make your stitching faster. That's correct. Yeah, Needlebug's got a lot of good videos on that. Yeah. There's a lot of game changer. There's a lot of like really cool techniques. That's the funny thing is when I started stitching, I learned like one little way of doing it, and I never changed anything. And even when I started my YouTube channel, like I still really didn't change very much. And it wasn't until I started interacting more with the YouTube channel and then with this that I've really changed. I think the stream has gotten me to use the stand, the two-handed stitching, the pattern keeper, the gridding, the everything. And so it's so vastly different from what I started with, but it works. It just works. What's up, Cade? Economy of movement, right? Exactly. Economy of movement. And also for us, I mean, we tend to kind of sit hunched over. We tend to have to use our hands and our wrists a lot. The more you can save your joints and hands and your money makers, man, the more you can save those, the better. Meet, meet, meet. All right, let's highlight. Highlighters at night. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Lots of questions being asked today. I love it. Yes, join the Offstream Discord channel to make new friends, share projects, and ask questions. So that link will take you to a thing called Discord. Discord is an online, sort of like the latest in forums. And it's very specific for the people who watch my channel, who watch Needlebug's channel, and who watch What Would Be Purple's channel. It's all about cross-stitching for the most part. There's a cross-stitching section and there's like off-topic sections. But if you have questions, you want to share pictures, you want to just get more information about something, that is a great place to go. So you just click on the link, sign up, and take off from there. It's pretty awesome. Oh, thanks, Phobic. I appreciate that. That was the whole point. Thanks, Kate. The roller frame doesn't work well without the stand, you'd imagine. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, do you need that stand? No, but it's made for that stand. Unless you could create another stand, it works best with it. If you're not, let me just say this: if you're not going to get a roller frame stand, don't get the frame. Don't get this part of it. Get a different one. There's Lowry stands. There's a lot of different stands that are out there, and so it's something that you can totally. Yeah, you don't have to get a roller frame. I mean, a roller frame is going to run you for everything like at least 150 bucks. And you can do quite well with something that's like half the cost or less. I got the roller frame because I had heard a whole lot of people talking about it. And there's a lot of versatility to it for a lot of different patterns, and I'm hoping that eventually I can show that when I get more pieces. But for now, we're sort of just we're one pattern, doing the one pattern thing. So, but yeah, someday I'd like to be able to stream more, stitch more, and stream more. If I reach a point where I'm not working as often, when I reach a point where I'm not working as often, and I can put time into to just hanging out and streaming, that will be amazing. That will come one day. Someday my stitching will come first. But this week has been awesome. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stitching going on. Let me just say that. Really, it's just a lot of stitching going on. Miss Sharon, I'm going to start winding it up here in a minute or 5. So if you want to get rolling. Ready, Freddy. Brilliant. All right, I want to finish out my thing here. But we're going to start slowing down and shutting down the stream here in a minute. Now, don't go anywhere because Oh to Be Purple's cross-stitching stream's coming up. She is working on a Heaven and Earth project today, and you're not going to want to miss that. Why not? Thank you for following. Thank you so much. Afternoon Delight Earworm, you are more than welcome. Yay, you found Discord. Discord is great. I'm telling you, if you just want a little community of like-minded stitchers who just no drama llamas. We don't do drama. We don't do drama. And cross stitching is one of the most fun things and relaxing hobbies out there. And more people did it. If more people did it, the world would be a better place. So if we can spread our love of the stitch, then we will be doing good. Doing good stuff. I'm just going to finish up my... I'm going slow because I'm like, I want to make sure I don't screw up this last little bit. Sarah, thank you so much for sending me the email, and thank you so much for stopping in today. I hope you come back. I'll be back on Thursday morning Colorado time. And in the meantime, I will absolutely reach out to you guys to get a PDF version of this, and then watch me fly. Gonna fly now. Doo-doo. What am I doing? What am I doing? Because I've already lost what I'm doing. There we go there. See, I knew I would be like, I don't know what's going on. Got this. Gonna stitch over here. Oh, you're welcome, Val. Timing could be interesting. It's 17:24 now, so your morning is likely to be the middle of the night. Oh man. Well, it's the same time as I start this. I understand. Trust me, I understand. And so when I had my nighttime streams, I did night streams for a while. It was a little harder for me to get home from work and do those. But I had a lot of European folks, and I had folks from South Africa. I had folks from Australia, New Zealand, Malaysia. So it would be nice to be able to kind of vary my streaming time for more people to be able to hang out and stream, or hang out in the stream. I'm getting so much stitching done. So much stitching done. For anybody who loves the Reaper piece and who only watches my YouTube videos, this next week is going to be a bit of a surprise for you. See how much more I got done. It's interesting though, if I would really focus on one piece, I mean really focus on it, how fast could I get my stitching done? That is the question. I am such a shiny object stitcher. This week has been a thankful exception from that. That's pretty good. Let's see, what did I do today? So I did like bunch up in here and a little bit there to start. Mostly, oh no, I did some up here. Yeah, that's right, I did up here and I came down here. So that's pretty good. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Oh, I don't know how to do 10 at once. I don't really get 10 done at once. I really don't. I really don't, guys. But I am going, all right, Sheila, we'll see you later. Oh, you started Let It Snow while you're enjoying the pattern. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Sharon, thank you. I appreciate that. The encouragement does help in getting stuff stitched. It really does. But if you want to continue on with just relaxing and watching stitching, hearing about stitching, Ode Be Purple will be starting her stream here. And when I end my stream here in a minute, I'm going to host her stream. So you don't have to do anything if you want to watch her stream and just check it out. and see if you like it. She's awesome. Like I said, she's going to be doing Heaven and Earth designs today, which is ambitious. Ambitious. But I am going to sign off for now. I'm back on Thursday morning, roughly about 8 o'clock Mountain Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. I try to stitch for a couple hours at a time. That's about all my voice and my attention span can handle. And without it deteriorating, I'll have to work my muscles up for the future. But thank you guys. There's a lot of folks in here today. I really appreciate it. Let me see if Sharon's up and running. We're going to see if we have a new dog in the family by next week. We will find out. Where's Twitch? I gotta go down and see the dogs and make sure everybody's good. It sounds good. Everybody sounds like they're doing well. So, but yeah, but thanks for hanging out, guys. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Phobic. I'm glad you made it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, right, Sarah. Yeah, you're way ahead of us. So whatever time it is now will be the time that it is when I finish my stream on Thursday. You're on third shift this week, X-Ray? Cool. You stay safe, okay? Thank you, Helen. It is Helen, right? On Vigis. Oilers, awesome. Thank you. Greenwich, thank you for stopping by. I hope that made sense, the discussion we had. Awesome. Great, Helen. I think it's, I think two-hand stitching is the way to go, but you got to do you, and you got to do what feels comfortable. But I would encourage you to practice and try it and see what you think. Oh, to be purple is starting up. Guys, have a great rest of your week. Enjoy your stitching or whatever you're working on. Be good to each other. Be nice. Be safe. And I will see you guys really soon. Take care.